before I get in this hot tub, I want to say, I want you to go check out this man's video. And he don't know me, I don't know him, but he gave me some good inspiration, got me thinking, right? That's what we do when we watch other channels. We think, we come up with our own narrative. So this narrative here, before you see my narrative and what I'm trying to push, go to Bruce Vane. Yes, Bruce Vane. And check out the link in the description below. Look at that video, then come check my video. By that time, I'll be in the tub, ready to chop it up with you. Y'all ready? Let's bang it. Turn this down. Turn that down. Turn my TV on. Turn it down. Turn that down. Hey. All right. So now since you saw the Bruce Vane video, you understand where I'm coming from. On that section with Loma and Devin Haney, right? And Bob Arum. So now, let's go through the rankings. And let me show you an update of what's going on with Shakur Stevenson and who he's going to fight next. All right, let's move. The featherweight, 126 pounds, Emmanuel Navarrete was the WBO champion. He wanted to move up to fight Shakur Stevenson. Wait, he has every right to, right? I'm going to explain that after. But I'm just giving you the rundown. That fight did not happen. So we're going to move down. We're going to move over to Agawa, or Agawea, Kenichi Agawea. He's a Japanese fighter. He's under Eddie Hearn. He just got his lights knocked out by Joe Cordina, if I said his name right? He's a UK fighter. I think he's also under Eddie Hearn, right? So he is the IBF champion now. And now, since Navarrete didn't go through, it looks like Joe Cordina and Shakur Stevenson is going to go at it. Do I like this fight? Yes, because it's going towards unifying. It's going towards undisputed, okay? So I want to explain to you why I don't want him to fight Navarrete. When I heard that, I was kind of pissed off. So let me explain it to you now, and then let's move on with the video and what's the narrative that I'm trying to push here. All right, let's go. All right. So we see what's going on in rankings right now, right? And we see that Navarrete wanted to go up and fight Shakur Stevenson. And everybody was agreeing on this situation, right? A lot of channels. So before I get into my bullshit, right? I want to show you okay, it's not what they say, it's what they're not saying. That's a new slogan. It's not what they say, it's what they not saying. So let's look at some of these, look at a couple of channels. Well, I'm going to just focus on a couple or just one, right? Because I looked at a lot of channels that supporting Devin Haney, and they're leaving a lot of stuff out where I'm going to put the lines that's not in the situation, right? I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here to read you between the lines, and these are the lines I'm putting in between, so you can understand where I'm coming from about this fight that I feel should happen. So let's move on before I deal with my bullshit, and let's look at what they're not saying, but what they are saying. All right, let's flip it.
He said, I think Shakur should be in the Four Kings over T.O. Orion. Also, Blue, who you think wins between Shakur and Devin? I think Devin wins. And Shakur can't be in the Four Kings because he's not in their division. The Four Kings is in the same division. Now I know Marvin Hagler was a division above everybody else. But Heisman on Andrews, what's going on? Alicia Scott, peace, bless, queen. How you doing today? The point of the Four Kings was that they're in the same division. Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Shakur, and Tank Davis. Shakur Stevenson was 2 weight classes below them at 126. That's why he's not considered in the Four Kings. And he's still a division below them right now. And they fighting. Teo's fighting at 140. Tank already fought at 140. Dev going to be at 140 soon. And Ryan is huge. So he'll be at 140 very soon as well. So they're always going to be, until they get to welterweight, Shakur will be Your boy Blue. Haney versus Stevenson, winner fights Tank. What you think? No, it's never gonna happen. That's too far fetched. He's gonna be 2 weight classes below Devin Haney. Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney not gonna fight anytime soon. You'll see Tank versus Devin Haney before you see Shakur Stevenson and Tank. I mean Shakur Stevenson and Devin. He's looking to become undisputed at 130. They're about to be 2 weight classes apart from each other. Tank versus Devin, more likely. And Shakur way down the line. Way down the line. So don't even put it in your brain, Shakur versus any of them. That's not going to happen. He's in his own bubble right now. His skill set is matched with his, but he's on a different track than they are. He's on a completely different track than they are. You should already know I'm 10 steps ahead of you when you try to attempt it. I didn't heard the whole interview 10,000 times. That's not the point. Hey, Sneed, what's going on? The point is, what's realistic? What's realistic is Devin Haney fighting Lomachenko and Tank Davis because they in his weight class. Crow, what's going on? C Money Best Stock is Brooklyn in the house without a doubt. Chilltown Majors, Hamilton still won. Jason Williams, what's going on? So when y'all be thinking, see, this is what I be telling y'all. Alan Matties, my brother, what's going on? This is what I be trying to tell y'all. Instead of be thinking, I got him. Bro Kuza, Dub_right side. What's going on?
So I use Blue as an example. But I've been watching some black and mild, all right? I've been watching a lot of other videos that support Devin Haney, and they leave a lot of stuff out. And what I'm trying to say is that there's nothing wrong with Blue saying. Everybody got a narrative to push, especially if they have a fighter they're trying to push. That's what I'm saying, right? So, certain channels are not going to want to hear anything about Shakur Stevenson. Like you heard Blue say, it will never happen. It can happen. Okay? The 4 Kings, he said that Shakur shouldn't be one of the 4 Kings. All right? He's talking about Teofimo went up to 140, blah, blah, blah. Ryan Garcia, we don't know if he's coming, if he's going, if he's true or not. If he, there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, I could replace Teofimo with Stefan. Fulton. I could replace Ryan Garcia with Pitbull Cruz, right? I could do a lot of shit like that, right? All this crazy stuff about who I think should be the 4 Kings and whatever. You know what I'm saying? If Ryan is not doing what he's doing, Teofimo went up. You got 2 slots open for the 4 Kings. But Shakur, he's not in that division. So I'm starting to see that. I don't know if anybody see it, but I'm starting to see that this build-up with Shakur Stevenson, everybody, when I go to the Boxing Voice, when I go to all these channels, I'm hearing a lot of people, the fans, not the person that's pushing the channel, not the narrative, the guy that's making the narrative such as myself, but I'm listening to what the fans are saying. The fans are saying, man, I want to see this Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson fight. And channels are saying that it can't happen. No, it's not going to happen. It can't happen. So just like Neveretti, Emmanuel Neveretti, he wanted to go up and fight Shakur Stevenson. I was like, oh man, he's with Top Rank. They're giving him the opportunity. The WBO, Emmanuel put his petition in to move up to fight Shakur Stevenson because he's allowed to do that in the WBO. You can move up, you can move down. And everybody was, that word, dandy. Everybody was so dandy to see this fight. Everybody's like, oh, this is a good fight. I really want this fight to happen. And here, let me give you another one before I start my bullshit, just in case you don't think that I'm telling you the truth. But let Blue explain it. All right, let Blue explain it.
Shakur Stevenson, he's made it abundantly clear that, he's not going to be held back, right? He stated that, when Bob Arum stated that, he has no interest in unifying the belts and, making undisputed matches. Shakur Stevenson said, listen, I don't care what Bob Arum says, that's his promoter, but he said at the end of the day, what's important is my legacy, and nobody's going to prevent me from accomplishing what I want to accomplish. So I believe that this is another feather in the cap for Shakur Stevenson, on his road to his path, paving out his legacy, and becoming a Hall of Famer, because I have no doubt he's going to become a Hall of Famer and become arguably pound for pound best fighter in the world. So we got Shakur Stevenson versus Emmanuel Navarrete taking place August or September. I can't wait.
So Blue say he can't wait. That, when that came out that Navarrete was moving up, and the WBO and Bob Arum was agreeing to this, and all these situations, and they gave Navarrete the chance to move up, and what the rules and regulations of the WBO let him do. So Blue was like, oh, I can't wait for this to happen. Well, it was all good when it was Navarrete moving up, right? But in some of these channels, they're not bringing up that, Shakur can move up and fight Devin Haney. And in that video clip, what Blue was saying about Bob Arum, and what Shakur said about Bob Arum, saying, listen, I don't care what Bob Arum got to say. No one's stopping me and my goals. Now, don't get me wrong. Navarrete is a good name. It's a great name to put in your resume, because he's a good fighter. He's a great fighter, right? So do I agree on that fight? Yes, I do agree on that fight. I do agree on that fight. That fight should be a fight that should happen in the future, but not right now. See, not right now. And I'm happy that fight didn't happen. See, I'm not hating on the fight. I just don't think it's the right time for that fight right now, because we all about undisputed. Everybody, Errol Spence, he wants undisputed. You see what I'm saying? Devin Haney, he did what he had to do to be undisputed. He went over there, over yonder, to get what he want, undisputed, right? So, like I said, like Tank didn't do it, but he did it, right? So when I see these movements and I'm hearing what they're saying, it's not what they say, it's what they're not saying. So I'm trying to figure out why they're not pushing to say that Shakur Stevenson has the right to move up and fight Devin Haney. I believe he's the Four Kings. He's one of the Four Kings, right? So when I hear people say what they're not saying, it makes it feel like something's missing. Now, Shakur Stevenson said that Bob Arum is not going to get in the way of my goals, right? So when that Navarrete was announced that he was moving up to fight Shakur said, oh, fine, I'll do it, which I disagree, but I am not Shakur Stevenson. But as we can see, like I said, this might be the fight that's going to be the next Errol and Bud Crawford fight. Now, what did we learn from this fight with Bud Crawford and Errol Spence? And we didn't get this fight yet. We didn't get this fight yet. We let it, what did we did? We let it build. That's what these promoters like to do. Promoters like to build fights, right? They like to build fights. So, I see it a different way, because I'm not fucking Bob the Builder, okay? And I understand that you have to make the fight build, promotion, blah, blah, blah. But I ain't looking for this same mistake with Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney and Errol Spence and Crawford. I'm not waiting 3 years, 4 years, whatever years you think it is, 5, 4, 3, whatever it is, if I'm not correct, right? But I'm not waiting that long. And the way I see it, Shakur and Devin shouldn't wait this long. They should get it while they're young. Shakur Stevenson, hey, how y'all out there, if you see me or not, it is what it is. Shakur Stevenson, I think you 23, 24, right? And wait a minute, we in June, right? Your birthday's late June, so you'll be 25. Devin Haney, I think you're 23 or something like that. And your birthday is just around the corner in November, right? You'll be 24. So what the fuck are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? And you say, oh man, you don't know what you're talking about. But there's other options on how to build a fight. Just not wait 2 or 3 or 4 years, and this Devin Haney fight these opponents, and Shakur fight these opponents, and then we say, well, you know, this supposedly was he was old, or he was too, you know, all this shit. I'm learning from the Errol Spence and the Crawford fight. Okay, I'm just being honest that no opponent on each side is good enough for the channels to say that, well, he did what he had to do. You know, same thing with Shakur Errol Spence and Bud Crawford with the same opponent, Sean Porter, and how they say, well, Sean Porter, he wanted to be retired after he fought Errol Spence, and Sean Porter, he wasn't the same Sean Porter. And, yo, listen, man. Listen, I'm just going to be honest with you. I feel this fight should happen now. And even if it don't happen, I believe Shakur Stevenson should call their bluff. She should call Devin Haney bluff. Should call Bob Arum bluff. Because if Bob Arum allows Emmanuel Navarrete to go up, why we can't get that from Shakur Stevenson? Right? Why we can't get that Shakur Stevenson? So, how should I say this? There's another way for this to go up. Another way to make this fight happen. Right? Now, while they're young bucks. Now when they're close to, let's say, Shakur turns 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Let's say it's 3 years, 28, almost in their fucking 30s. All right? Both of them. I'm not going through that shit the way Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence been playing these games. Right? Because a lot of things held up. He had his car accident, eye injury, this, that, get a belt, this, that, all this foolish shit. Devin Haney is undisputed right now. He might go up to 140. But wait a minute. Let's not hear what Captain Fool is saying about what Devin Haney wants. Let's hear what Devin Haney wants. But not yet. Not yet. Well, you know what? Let's do it now, and then I'll give you what I think should build this fight instead of waiting 3 to 4 years. So let's hear what Devin wants, and let's not blame Shakur Stevenson if he does not go up. Well, we could blame a little, because the way I see it, even if Shakur does not want that fight, he should put the petition with the WBO sanction. Let them know that, hey man, put it out there to it. Say, hey, man, I think I might want to go up, and let's see what people say. Let's see what channels are going to say about you making the decision to go up. Let's hear some backlash about you wanting to go up to 135, because you do have the option to do that. You have the WBO belt, just like Emmanuel Navarrete has, right? And he had the right to do that, and Bob Arum had nothing to say. But remember, Shakur Stevenson, you said you don't give 2 shits about what Bob Arum want to do. So if I feel that little brother should do what big brother do, Terrence Bud Crawford, move up, fight Jeff Horn, get the belt, fine. Same thing I feel that little brother should do. Move up and have that opportunity. But let's listen. Let's listen to what Devin Haney is saying, because I know what's going to happen. It's going to be a blame game here. And that's why I feel Shakur Stevenson should put the petition in and say, listen, I want to go up. Now, there's nothing wrong with you making your own path, Shakur Stevenson, because at first I was like, wait a minute, you're going to fight Navarrete? That has nothing to do with Undisputed. Yeah, he's a great name to have on your record, but that has nothing to do with being Undisputed right now. What did Fondoro say? Sebastian Fondoro? Well, this is the era of Undisputed. This is the era of Undisputed. Now, I want you to be Undisputed, Shakur. Yes, I do. But also, I want to see great chess matches. And you and Devin, man, y'all could build this in the 135 division. I'm going to explain something to you right now. And I want to get to what Devin Haney's saying. The 135 division, let's say it's a chess match and y'all fight, right? And it's a close fight, right? And maybe it's a draw. Well, then you have another match, a rematch, and then you have a trilogy in 135 division. A lot of things can happen. We don't know, right? Maybe Devin would beat him in 135. Maybe Shakur would beat Devin in 135. But look at here. Y'all both could move up to 140 and fight each other again. Things change in 140. A lot of people say, hey, if Devin moves up, he might have power. So if Shakur beat him in the 135, we're going to see 140. And then at the end of the day, we got another division to move up, 147. This is how I think the fight should build. Now wait 4 years when these guys in their late 28, 27, almost 30, they just fighting. They're not bumps, but people that we can say, well, he wasn't quite ready. This one is not ready. Listen, I see Devin, I see Shakur, I see Boots, I see all these young dudes. I see Sebastian Fedora. This is the new era, bro. I see Fulton. I see Pitbull Cruz. He's up there now. I see, it's a lot. But why the fans got to wait this long? Why do the promoters got to make them build the fight a certain way? Why we can't just see the fight build in different divisions where we're going to want to see this fight? I don't, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But let's go see what Devin Haney has in store. And let's make sure we got this on record, because like I said, it's not what these channels that that's pushing Devin Haney is saying. It's what they're not saying. But they're not letting you know what Devin Haney said. You hear it on the Boxing Voice what he wants to do, but no one's saying, hey, this is what Devin Haney wants, because it's not sounding right. It's not sounding too right. So let's go and see what they're saying. Come on, let's go.
Nothing. I love it. So, Maxie Hughes, listen, if I get the IBO belt, don't be mad at me, y'all. Don't be. And if I go clean up, just understand what's being done.
I think if, whatever happens and they can't do that rematch, it would be perfect. Maxie Hughes, in the Oracle, and it's like all the belts.
Yeah.
So that in front of you.
I appreciate that. I would appreciate that. I would
deserve it.
Yeah.
You went on the road. He doesn't want his rematch.
I'm a true fighter, and I want to make the biggest fights happen. But I'm also an asshole at the same time, so I wouldn't mind going to go get the IBO belt just to clean up.
Nah, but everybody gets a hometown. I mean, Jarrett Hurd wasn't undisputed, but he was unified, and he got a hometown fight. Tank got his hometown fight.
I don't care about a hometown fight, though. I don't really care about a hometown fight. I just want the IBO belt.
Shout out to you signed, and they keep you see how many times they reposted that video of you and Shakur. It's like the third time already since y'all did it that day in the gym. So
yeah, Shakur is my boy. That's like me and Shakur. We talk like every other day. So. I'm not ducking or dodging nobody, but that's not somebody I'm just in a rush to get in the ring with.
Mm-hmm.
Just due to our friendship, and he's somebody I've been, boys with since we was little kids. You know what I'm saying? But of course, we all know that this boxing, where if it makes sense, then it makes sense. But yeah. So, what was the question?
No, you answered it.
Yeah.
So we see what Devin Haney is saying. Devin Haney is saying that he wouldn't mind getting the IBO belt from Maxie Hughes, a UK fighter that's the IBO champion. The other 4 sanctioned bodies don't recognize the IBO, but he's saying there won't be no dispute. There's no dispute. Cheesecake. No dispute. If I got all the belts, even the IBO, all right. How do I feel? How do Capson feel? I'm talking to myself in the third party. But how do I feel about that? I got no problem with that, brother. You can do whatever you want right now. I mean, you are undisputed. You said in those clips with Boxing Voice that, I make great fights. I want to fight the best and stuff like that, right? So I'm thinking he wants to do that. So maybe that'd be a wild card. He could, end up fighting this guy from the UK, Maxie Hughes, Southpaw. I think he got 20 wins, 5 losses, something like that. I don't know what I gotta look it up a little bit more. I was looking at him and stuff like that. So hey, we might see that from Devin Haney. But see, I've been watching YouTube, and I've been seeing like the spar matches with Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, and you know, yeah, what'd you say? Yeah, that was when Devin was younger, and yeah, I understand he was like 16 or whatever, but we all advance as we get older. Devin advanced, Shakur advanced, right? So I'm listening to that shit. I'm like, he said, see, that's why I'm putting this now on my channel, so I can always go back because I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be some problems with this Errol. See, I got this Errol Spence and Crawford in my head, and I'm saying it like it's Devin Haney and Shakur. So I'm just saying, we're not playing this blaming game right now as we speak. Devin Haney said, I'm not ready for that right now. He was honest. He said, I don't want that fight right now. And he said, but what does that sound like? When are you going to be ready? When are you going to be ready? I mean, come on now. You're a fighter. You're in your early 20s, right? When are you going to be ready? Okay, so it kind of sound like, if you listen to it at his body language, it's like, you know, we cool. I speak to Shakur Stevenson every other day. This is not what Cap's saying. This is what he's saying every other day. I grew up with him. All right, so let me show you, because I'm from another era, right? This is not my generation, but I'm from another era. And in the era I'm in, this is how we speak. Let me show you how we speak right now. Okay.
You go, I think him and Spence should go up there for your brother can get a real good payday.
Man, you want my brother to fight Spence so bad. That's
a big
like,
money
wait,
fight. That's
the same. They in the same hood.
That's why it's a big money fight.
That is big money. It is a big fight. That's a fight nobody even talking about. We're not talking about that right now.
They're gonna find out who's the baddest nigga in Texas for real. Who really wear that big motherfucking hat?
The only person that can hurt me is a friend. You know, and ain't nobody can hurt you but a friend. You have to be careful of your friend more so that the people that you may think is your enemy, who you never had conflict with. Everybody you fight is not your enemy, and anybody that helps you is not your friend.
All right. Let me explain. My friends are my enemies, and my enemies are my friend. Don't show no love. Don't pretend. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So when I hear Devin Haney say some bullshit about, yo, we speak on a day-to-day basis. We grew up together. We did this together. I feel a certain kind of way when I hear about Mike Tyson talking about Errol Spence should fight Charlo and his brother's like, you really want him to fight my brother and all this? And I'm like, come on, man. Y'all make bread. Y'all slice bread together, man. Y'all break bread together. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I got this big ass fucking, I don't know what the fuck. Get out of here. Yeah, anyway. Hold on for a second. Fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck it. Got this big ass mosquito. I don't know what it is. Moth? Nah, it's not a moth. I don't know. But let me get back to it. I'm trying to focus. Don't come over here. I gotta keep this with me and shit, man. Sometimes the light be attracting these critters and insects and shit. Fuck. Okay, let me focus. All right, so, yeah. My friends are my enemies, and my enemies are my friend. Don't show no love. Don't pretend. Don't let this be the excuses. So now, to me, when it comes to Devin Haney, it sounds like an excuse to me. It sounds like it does sound like it's ducking. Okay, well, maybe to you it doesn't sound like it's ducking, right? Okay, so let's not blame Shakur, because I can see if you go back, like Best Fight the Best, he will go back to videos and say, you know, this fighter, he could have, he should have, and he should have done this. What if he should have done that? He could have done this, and he had the opportunity. And that's why I say Shakur Stevenson, put your petition in, say, I want to move up to because the way I see it, if you wasn't fighting Joe Cardina in your division, if you want to do Undisputed at 130, hey, it's all good. Just as long we on that same road to Undisputed, and no one like Never Ready is coming up to fight you, and it's not an Undisputed match. I want to see you be undisputed also. And I said, it's all brotherly love here, right? So I feel that Devin Haney shouldn't say that. If Shakur decides, that's why I said call that bluff. If he decides to want to move up and fight you, Devin Haney. But if Shakur does move up to fight you and you're saying, well, you know, I'm not ready. Well, you said it already. You said it on Boxing Voice. It's recorded. Motherfucker. Stop flying around here, man. Fucking, you know, shit's irritating me, man. Yo, so if that's why I say Shakur, just put it in, or even if you don't put it in, put the tweet out. Maybe I should go up and fight my brother that gives me so much love that I feel like he might slice some bread and put some peanut butter and jelly on it for me, and maybe he'll give me the opportunity to fight him so we could break bread and make money together. What do y'all think? This nigga crazy. He don't know what the fuck he talking. All right, well, we could stick to waiting and let it build. But the way I see it, what the fans are saying, they begging for it. They want it now. Yeah, come over here, or you gonna get a quick left to the. I got fly traps. I got the freaking electric fly zapper. I got the freaking spray here. You know, this guy, man, is killing me, man. Get out of here, nigga. Get zapped, nigga. Get zapped. All right, so that's where I'm coming from. Yeah, this nigga's fucking up my feng shui, man. You fucking up my feng shui. Get out of here, dude. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Yeah, die. Hope you got a piece of that fucking juice in your face. Damn, nigga. Oh my God, you're fucking up my whole video. Stand still. All right, so, you know, sometimes I might get one or two critters coming up in mosquitoes. They die quick, but sometimes I get these big ass fucking, I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I want. And that's what the fans are asking for. This is not what the channels that's pushing the narrative. Now, everybody's biased. Okay, let's stick on this bias here. I might be biased, and I might say I want to see the fight with Shakur and Devin Haney because it's a great chess match. Well, who do I have? Oh, I got Shakur. So I'm pushing this, right? But at the same time, there's not just channels that got the narrative and pushing agendas. There's also promoters. Yeah, because you see how Bob Arum was saying, oh man, Navarrete will go up. He ain't got nothing to say about it. He wants that. Promoters have certain people they want the face of their face to promote. You know what I'm trying to get it together. This fucking big ass. What the fuck? Hold on. Die. That's one. Die. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has a bias agenda when it comes to promoting, when it comes to their channel and their fighter. And I feel like Bob Arum wasn't letting Shakur Stevenson be undisputed in the division that he's in. That's what I was feeling. That he was allowing Navarrete to go up and fight Shakur Stevenson because maybe Bob Arum and his biased ways would like to see Navarrete. Navarrete's good. He could be a face of boxing. There's nothing wrong with him. He got his fan base. So, hey, we'll push his face, right? And give him the opportunity. Hey, same thing with Lomachenko. Now, people say, man, that fight could never happen. Like Blue Blood said, that fight could never happen. That fight, get the fuck out of here. That fight could never happen. That fight could never happen. But there's a deal. There's a 3-fight deal. There's the rematch with George Kambosos with Devin Haney. There's a rematch, right? And then also there's a fight that Bob Arum can make. Now, who is it Bob Arum saying? Bob Arum saying Lomachenko or Neverete, but Shakur Stevenson don't care about what Bob Arum say, and the rules on the WBO, you can move up and you can move down. What's stopping Shakur Stevenson at this moment to want to go up and fight Devin Haney? And like I said, put that bluff out, because if Devin Haney, if Shakur Stevenson goes up, and Devin Haney is pump faking, we already heard on the boxing voice, die, man, die, nigga. Right? That he don't want the fight. So who look like who's ducking who? Who look like who's ducking who? So at this moment now, it seems like bust your ass. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it seemed like, hey, come on. Fucking, yeah. It's bust your ass up. Come over here. All right. He's too damn big for me to make a video, and he flying and bugging around me and shit, right? So, who looks like they not want to fight? You want to be political correct and say ducking? Okay, we're not going to say he's ducking. He's just not ready. Whatever. But in my era, we should see this fight in the 135 division, the 140 division, and the 147 division. And everybody will break bread. Everybody will make money. There's fights to be made. Super fights. Look at this motherfucker. Get out of here. Oh, got you, motherfucker. I got you. Look what I got, nigga. Look what I got. You think I'm playing? Look at this big motherfucker. You see? You think I was playing with you, right, nigga? You die? You ain't die yet? Look how many times I sprayed this bitch ass nigga with instant replay. He ain't dead. Get the fuck out of here. Don't fly no more. I mean business, right? So, anybody can stop my channel. Nobody. Not even a fucking mutation, whatever that shit is. Yeah, so, yeah. I'm going to end this because I'm having mental issues right now and I can't get all my freaking feng shui together because of that damn ass moth. But just think about it. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here for you to read in between the lines. This is how you build a fight. 130, 135, 140, 147. We're going to see matches over and over again in different divisions. Now, hey, if you like the old school way and the promoter, and because the promoters is doing this, they want to do it in a way where they get the maximum results. The maximum results. Let it build, let it build, let it build, let it build, and then break the bank. But if you're really looking out for the boxers, and the boxers are looking out for each other, let's break bread and make a fight in every division. Because we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. All right. I'm not here to change your mind. I need to relax now, okay? Get the heat up. Pump it up. Let's pump this shit up, man. You know? Now let me watch some TV. Let me watch some fights. And I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here for you to read between the lines. And let's think. Let's think. Let's not blame Shakur or Devin. But if you're going to start that bullshit, if you're going to start that bullshit, just remember what Devin Haney said. Just remember that. Before you say, well, you know, Shakur had his chance. He could have moved up. They will say that later in the future. But right now, at this moment, ain't nobody saying shit. But it will be used as ammunition in the future. It's like, well, why did he go up? He had his chance like Neverete. All right, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here for you to read between the lines. There's a lot of lines to read, a lot of lines to think about. But if you're a Devin Haney fan, I'm definitely not changing your mind. And if you're a Shakur Stevenson fan, well, like me, I'm both Devin and Shakur, and Boots, and Lomo, and all these other. But who you think should be the one that deserves that fight with Devin Haney right now? Yeah, he's busy. But when he's not busy, long as Shakur got that WBO belt, he got opportunity. And if you can't get it in your division because you know, because of Bob or this or that. Well, I remember what you said, Shakur. Barbarian ain't no concern. You got the sanctioned body WBO, use it. Even if you're not going to use it and do what you got to do. Because if your division ain't giving you a chance to be undisputed, well, it's time to get your ass to step up and do what you got to do. My friends are my enemies and my enemies are my friends. Don't show no love. Don't fucking pretend. Rah.